Welcome back, traders. In this episode, we're taking a deep dive into a concept that forms the backbone of every serious trading strategy: support and resistance. If you've ever felt frustrated trying to time entries and exits, wondering why a trade didn't go as expected, the answer often lies in understanding these critical market levels. Support and resistance aren't just lines on a chart, they're reflections of market psychology, showing where buyers and sellers consistently react and, more importantly, where you can anticipate potential price movements. Mastering these concepts is one of the fastest ways to move from reactive trading to disciplined, strategic trading. Let's start with the basics. Support can be thought of as a floor beneath the market. When prices drop toward a support level, buyers begin to step in, creating a kind of price cushion that halts or slows the decline. Resistance, in contrast, acts like a ceiling. As prices approach resistance, sellers gain confidence, often leading to a pause or reversal in upward momentum. What's important to remember is that these levels are rarely exact. They're zones, ranges where market participants have historically reacted. The more times the market has respected a level, the stronger it tends to be. Understanding support and resistance gives you three major advantages. First, it improves your decision-making. When you know where key buying or selling interest is concentrated, you can plan your entries and exits with far greater precision. Second, it strengthens risk management. Stop losses and take profit orders are far more effective when placed in relation to these levels, because you're essentially letting the market's own behavior guide your risk. And third, it reveals market sentiment. Every time price interacts with a support or resistance level, it tells a story about trader psychology, fear, greed, hesitation, and you can leverage that information to anticipate what might come next. Now, let's get practical. There are several techniques to identify these key levels. The first is historical price analysis. Look for areas where the market has repeatedly stalled or reversed. These are often self-fulfilling zones. Because traders recognize them, they tend to react in predictable ways. Trendlines are another powerful tool. By connecting consecutive highs or lows, you can map out diagonal support and resistance levels, which are especially useful in trending markets. Moving averages, like the 50-day or 200-day, act as dynamic support and resistance, shifting as the market evolves. Fibonacci retracements help identify potential reversal points based on natural ratios. And pivot points, calculated from previous highs, lows, and closes, give you actionable levels for intraday and swing trading. But theory only goes so far. Let me share a detailed case study to illustrate how support and resistance can completely change trading outcomes. Meet Mark. Mark was a dedicated trader, always enthusiastic, but he struggled with timing. He would often buy when prices were already high and sell when prices were already low. This led to inconsistent performance and constant frustration. Realizing that something had to change, Mark decided to focus on understanding support and resistance more rigorously. He began by studying historical price movements of a popular tech stock he traded regularly. He noticed the stock consistently found a floor around €150, bouncing back whenever it approached that level. Conversely, it struggled to break through €200, making that level a clear ceiling. Using Trendlines, he confirmed that the stock was in a long-term uptrend, which reinforced the €150 support as a meaningful zone for potential entries. Mark also monitored the 50-day and 200-day moving averages. He observed that the 50-day EMA often coincided with temporary pullbacks, acting as dynamic support within the larger uptrend. With these observations, Mark crafted a disciplined plan. His approach was simple but methodical: buy near support, sell near resistance, and place stop-loss orders just beyond these key levels. When the stock neared €150, Mark carefully monitored buying activity. He entered at €152, slightly above support to ensure execution and avoid slippage. As the price climbed toward €200, he noticed momentum slowing and selling pressure increasing. Rather than chasing the market to the very top, he exited at €197, capturing consistent gains while mitigating risk. Over the next few months, Mark applied this strategy repeatedly. Each trade became more predictable, and his confidence increased. He no longer relied on gut feelings or guesses. By observing and trading around support and resistance, Mark transformed his approach from impulsive to disciplined, significantly improving his trading consistency. So, what can you take away from Mark's experience? First, always use multiple methods to identify support and resistance. Combining historical price levels, trend lines, and moving averages increases reliability. Second, never rush to trade breakouts. False breakouts are common and can erode capital quickly. Wait for confirmation, like higher volume or retests of the breakout level. Third, adjust your levels regularly based on recent price action. Markets evolve, and yesterday's support might not hold tomorrow. Finally, always consider volume. High volume near support or resistance increases the likelihood that the level will hold, giving you greater confidence in your trades. One more point I want to emphasize: support and resistance aren't just technical lines, they're reflections of human behavior. As the legendary trader Jesse Livermore once said, markets are never wrong, opinions often are. Support and resistance levels allow you to align your trading with the market's reality, rather than your own predictions or biases. It's about understanding where the market expects reactions and positioning yourself to take advantage of them, rather than fighting the natural flow of buying and selling pressure. Here's something I want you to do as you listen today. Open the chart of an asset you trade and mark out the key support and resistance levels. Observe how the price reacts when it approaches these zones over the next few days. Are these levels holding? Are there false breakouts? Share your observations in the comments. I'd love to hear which assets you're analyzing and how you're incorporating support and resistance into your trading routine. Remember, mastering support and resistance takes practice, patience, and observation. It's not a shortcut, but it's one of the most reliable ways to reduce emotional trading, improve decision-making, and build consistency. By identifying these key levels and aligning your trades accordingly, you're effectively letting the market guide your strategy, which is the hallmark of a disciplined trader. So next time you pull up a chart, don't just watch the candles dance around. Look for the floors and ceilings, the zones where buyers and sellers consistently show up. Those levels are where you gain the edge. With practice, observation, and patience, trading around support and resistance can turn uncertainty into opportunity, chaos into structure, and frustration into consistent results.
Thank you for listening to the 101 Trading Tips in the Ultimate Trading Podcast, brought to you by bellsforex.com AudioWorks. We hope this episode gave you insights, perspective, and practical ideas to strengthen your trading mindset and improve your decision-making. Stay disciplined, keep learning, and remember, every trade is a step toward building your edge. If you found value in today's episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Sharing the podcast with fellow traders helps us grow and bring even more free trading education to the community. Visit us anytime at bellsforex.com for resources, guides, and tools to support your trading journey. Until next time, trade smart, stay disciplined, and keep building your edge. Happy trading!